Here is the precedent for the two-page letter. You will find a copy of this sitting in Blackboard. The important thing about a letter that is going over onto 2 or more pages is firstly that you have a header on the second and subsequent pages. There is a special video that I have created just for this component, so I'm not going to do that here. This is going to be available for you in Blackboard as well. But what you want to be paying attention to when you have a letter that goes over onto another page is a couple of things. First of all, you don't want the closing, this part of the letter, either split over the 2 pages or sitting alone on a page. You always want to have at least one paragraph from the letter on the second page with the closing. Now this is simply a one-line paragraph. It's a one-sentence paragraph, but it's still considered to be a paragraph. So if this was at the very bottom of your first page, you could actually do a hard page break and bring it over onto the second page. Another thing you want to avoid doing is you want to avoid having either the first line of the paragraph at the bottom of the first page or the last line of a paragraph at the top of the next page. You always want to have a minimum of 2 lines of text at the bottom of a page if you are splitting a paragraph, that is. So a minimum of 2 lines at the bottom of the page and a minimum of 2 lines at the top of the page. This means that if you have a 3-line paragraph, you need to make sure that the entire paragraph goes over onto the next page. There is a tool in Word that basically allows you to do that automatically, and that is if you go into the page layout ribbon, and if you go into the paragraph group, and if you go into line and page breaks, make sure that widow orphan control is turned on. It's usually turned on by default, but sometimes it gets turned off. So make sure there's a little check mark in there, and then what that will do is that will prevent any 3-line paragraphs from moving, from being split, and so it will automatically move over onto the next paragraph. So that's basically what you need to know for a letter that goes over onto 2 or more pages.